What is going on, my people? It is your guy Hopeful Ent bringing you some more Mugen League action. In this fighting game league, we put air control characters against each other in 2v2 matches. This video will contain sets 8 and 9 of wave 13, which means the time to fight has finally come to Mugen League. Maybe 2 teams at least, minimum. So in the background, Shuriken Shadow charging up, Bartholomew Kuma being attempted inside the erupted Sakura and Naruto went for a big Rasengan. Mugen League where we put Mugen League, where we put air control Mugen characters against each other in a league-based form. If you're new to the channel, I'd like to say welcome and enjoy your stay. I'm currently posting a lot of Mugen League videos, so if you like anime, 2D fighting games, or fantasy matchups, then you might want to stick around. Also, thank you guys for the support you gave on the Worst Generation versus Straw Hats video. It means a lot, goes a long way, and it motivates me to keep making more videos like this. Alright, let's get into the video. But before we get into the first set, let me show you guys the updated league table right now. And that's what the table looks like coming into set 8, the first set of this video. So the 2 teams that will be going up against each other in the first set of the video will be Team Bleach and Root. For the first game, Bleach will be represented by Renji and Rukia. Root will be represented by Mifune and Hanzo. The stage will be Gym. As always, you can make your predictions for who you think is going to win the set. I will mention that Rukia has the best differential in the league. She's currently 7-0. She has not lost a game, and Bleach has not lost a set. The only other unbeaten team left in the league is the first place team, Akatsuki. Alright, we are seeing the counters being used by Rukia. She used it twice against Mifune and Hanzo, and I think the second time it hit both characters somehow. Sword speed attack being used by Mifune though. Rukia using her Ho-Ho, her flash step. Both Renji and Rukia, by the way, possess flash step, so they can escape combos, similar to how Naruto characters have substitutions. But Mifune does not look like he cares about that, nor does Hanzo. Giratori sword being used by Renji. Hanzo blocked most of that, and Renji is still poisoned, so it's interrupting him. The poison will wear off eventually. Here comes the creeping slash being used by Mifune. Renji is almost down. The second creeping slash will definitely finish him off, but not before he gets a Shakaho. The poison aura does not initially connect against Rukia. The creeping slash does though. Mifune has a chance to finish her off in the combo. He doesn't finish her off in that one combo, but he gets a jump in and basically wins the air to air. So Mifune and Hanzo are going to take the first round. And like I said, Rukia is 7-0. If she loses this next round, she would have gotten her first loss of the season in terms of games, right? I think she's like the only other unbeaten character. No, there's some characters on Akatsuki who are also unbeaten. Anyway, Mifune and Hanzo now. Mifune charging up power. Explosive bind was used. The creeping slash into the poison breath, into the poison aura. Don't know if those moves directly combo, but the poison breath will come out one more time. Poison breath coming out one more time as well. The sword upper being used by Mifune. Rukia is almost done. She has flash step, but Mifune has the perfect block, which we just saw enacted there by that character. He goes for the sword upper. I believe Renji tried to activate Giratori's sword, but it was too slow. Mifune's perfect block, just a bit too strong, as well as Hanzo's poison. I saw that Hanzo was poisoning Rukia and Renji a lot in the first game. The sword of the brave cuts through the darkness. Know my power. Let's move on into the second game of the first set. We will have Grimmjow and Kenpachi take on Hiruzen and Torune. Now, prior to this set, Root had lost her previous 3 sets. They're not going to lose another one because they will at least get a draw. And by the way, 2 of the last 3 games that Root had, it was against Akatsuki and the Hokage, so it makes sense as to why they lost. Anyway, Hiruzen running in right now, trying to assist Torune. Torune getting the Mushi toss, another Mushi toss, catches Kenpachi off guard. Doton Doryun Hek. Torune catches the sword upper from Kenpachi, uses the Mushi counter as well as the Mushi clone. So Kenpachi losing a good amount of momentum, enough to prompt his AI to activate his awakening. And now Hiruzen is kind of forced to 1v2 temporarily. Hiruzen has an awakening, I think. He's gonna go for the dash speed attack. No, it's a chakra sealing jutsu, I think. Oh, Kenpachi hit Hiruzen out of his 3000 power super. Hiruzen is about to use the chakra sealing jutsu, and I'm pretty sure that would have finished off both Kenpachi and Grimmjow, but Kenpachi actually hit Hiruzen before Hiruzen executed the move. So Kenpachi kind of saving Bleach's tail there, because if they lost this game, if they lose this game, Bleach, they will lose their first set of the entire season. Like I said, only one other team is undefeated, and that's the team in first place. That's Akatsuki. Rietsu press being used now by Kenpachi, going in for the sword slash. Another sword slash gets interrupted by the Doton Doryun Hek. the Enma pile driver to finish him off. Life lead pretty much gone from Team Bleach. Kenpachi actually has the least amount of HP in this game so far. The explosive seal has been planted by Hiruzen, so if Grimmjow or Kenpachi walk on that seal, there it is, it will detonate. Mizuno Maki into the Katon Gokake no Jutsu. What's Torine gonna do with his power? He uses the Mushi clone, now Mushi Yusa, but somehow Grimmjow interrupted it. Kenpachi needs to go down. If Torine and Hiruzen want a chance here, they do not get it. Kenpachi survives long enough. I'm afraid Torine just did not spam his projectiles enough. Like, Grimmjow was interrupting Hiruzen a lot, and Torine just kind of let it happen. He didn't really stop Grimmjow, and he could have just spammed projectiles, Torine could have, but he did not. Anyway, Grimmjow and Kenpachi are going to salvage that one for Bleach. They're going to get themselves 1 point for their team. If you've enjoyed the video so far, then check out my complete Mugen League playlist for Season 1. Link in the description or at the end of the video. Let's move on into the second set of the video, the final set of Wave 13. We will have the Fairy Tail Guild go up against Hidden Leaf Students 1. For the first game, the Fairy Tail Guild will be represented by Urza and Gray. Hidden Leaf Students 1 will have Sai and Sakura. The stage will be Samurai Bridge. Alright, Sai and Sakura versus Urza and Gray. Samurai Bridge is where it's going down. Immediately the explosive kunai used by, I believe it was Sai. Either Sai or Sakura. Jesus Christ. That was a Shanaro and a half. Urza kind of sent to the left side of the screen on her own. Sakura and Sai right now trying to 1v1 or 2v1 Gray, I should say. We saw the guillotine drop, the Tetsun Kyako being used by Sakura. Gray has lost a good amount of HP. And here comes a photon slicer being used by Urza, but it is blocked by Sai. Sakura tried to go for the air Okasho, another Okasho being used by Sakura, using the substitution jutsu which heals her. And I believe Sai finishes off both opponents with the aerial combo. Now Gray has a combo escape in the form of his Ice Make Shield, and Urza has Perfect Block, but it does not look like it's enough against these characters. Using Perfect Block there to interrupt Sai's pressure. The diving ink birds have been used, and now here comes Yoto Benizakura destroying the ink birds. And it catches both opponents the end of that move. The Okasha though will catch Urza. Gray charging up his ice lances, interrupted by the Tetsun Kyako. The guillotine drop, another one. Interrupts the photon slicer. The photon slicer again interrupted. Here comes the ink dragon. Sai and Sakura kind of running a train over Urza and Gray right now. Urza is down, it's just Gray left. Goes for the Ice Make Shield, another one, another Ice Make Shield in the air. You gotta think he's not long for this world, and indeed he is not. The kick from Sai will finish off Gray. Sakura and Sai are making Hidden Leaf Students 1 look like they are not bottom 2, when in fact they are indeed bottom 2. Will you hate me if I don't hold back? Alright, let's move on into the second game of the set. This one will have Jalal and Gajil take on Neji and Rock Lee. Now, Hidden Leaf Students 1 are indeed in 17th place as second to last, and they're actually tied for last place. They have 9 points, which is the same amount of points as the last place team, Straw Hats. But Hidden Leaf Students 1 actually have 2 wins. That's why they're placed above Straw Hats. So if they can get another win here, it could be huge for the rest of their season. Altaris, though, seeks to be an enemy to that. Oh, putting my phone down. Seems to be an enemy to that proposition. Lee now trying to 1v1 Gajil. He's blocking right now. Here comes Ninpe from Jalal into the Dark Force. Hake Kaiten being used by Neji. And here come the air combos from Rock Lee. Not going into his 6 gates, but he probably does not even need it. The Konoha Senpu finishes off Jalal and Gajil. Catches them both in that swirling kick move. And just like that, Neji and Rock Lee are 1 round away from giving Hidden Leaf Students 1 their 3rd win of the season and taking them off of the bottom 2 spots. But can they do it? The counter comes out from Rock Lee. Neji charging up power, gets hit by the steel pipe running in. Will he be able to use a super? No, because Lee is using Urarenge. There goes Jalal. Iron Scales mode though from Gajil. It gives him super armor and a boosted defense. If Rock Lee can finish off Jalal, he cannot. He gets hit by the Dark Force. Rock Lee now going for the 6 gates. 6 gates. He goes for the 6th gate awakening. He's still somehow alive. I was looking at the wrong HP. It's Neji that actually died. Rock Lee is still alive. He's gonna go for the Konoha Senpu, but he's finished off by the Dark Laser off Jalal. And that's going to do it for the second round. This one is for all the marbles. Fairy Tail are in top 8. H.L.S.1 are in the bottom 2 spots in the league. If H.L.S.1 wins this, they can come off of that bottom 2 spot. If Fairy Tail wins this, they can consolidate in top 8. Shinten Taimaho Sema. I don't know if that's going to catch Rock Lee. It caught Neji though, so that's not really good for H.L.S.1. He goes for the Hake Kaiten, does Neji. And now Lee is going for his 6 Gates Awakening, but the Shin Tentai Maho Sema will almost finish off Neji. Scratch that, it does finish off Neji. Konoha Senpu, Rock Lee forced the 1v2. He gets hit by Magic Mark. No, he's a bit too quick. The Amata comes out into the Konoha Senpu. He gets hit by the Tetsuryu Kondo, and that's going to finish off Lee. So that means that Jalal and Gajeel are going to end up taking the game, and they're going to give Fairy Tail another point with that draw. So Rock Lee and Neji coming very close to giving HLS2 a chance. I mean, they already had the chance because of Sai and Sakura, but they're gonna get one more point, which puts them on 10 points, and I think they're still going to be bottom 2. Now that the last set has concluded for Wave 13, I will show you guys the updated league table at the end of Wave 13 right now. And that's how the league has shaken up in Wave 13. With all that being done, we have come to the end of yet another video. So as always, I'd like to say thanks for watching. Leave a like for all the talking, subscribe for more and more content. Sound your voice in the comments. Let me know if you got your predictions right. I'll see you in the next video, and peace out.